If you are looking into buying cheap and safe FIFA coins, look no further than footcoinshop.net. They have the fastest service, an incredible loyalty reward system, and the best prices around. Use my creator code Inception when you sign up for your account and get a 5% discount with your order. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. We're gonna see how we do this review, because what I might do is I might like buy Mia Hamm, because she's like an objective player, and I'll probably like do her review at the same time, because defender reviews are usually really boring because they just attack against me. But with Maldini, I kind of want to do a little bit more with him, because it's an interestingly formatted card. Because Maldini in the past, like any version of you got with him, he was obviously like pretty good, right? But with this year's version, because of playstyles being a really huge part, he only has intercept and slide tackle plus, which are good, right? They're not good, they're not bad, but I want to see what he's like. I mean, some people are giving him an anchor. I'd probably still give him a shadow, because pace is like really relevant in this game. But obviously I'll test it out, right? If there's situations where I'm like, oh, you know, I want the extra physical, then I would do that, because you have to understand that he's already 6'1", and I think Maldini also has his own body type, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Okay, so Maldini on a shadow. Oh, he has an average. Average is actually really nice for defenders, but I have to see what that's like on this card. Anchor would boost the pace, the defending, and the physicality. See, the anchor is fine if you play a tactic that's more conservative, but the conservative ones are the most boring, but they are also the most meta. So, yeah. We'll try him out on different ones. We'll see. I'm going to try him out on both to see what the vibes are. I'll probably get his loan card. I really hope there's a loan card in the game. Please. Please tell me there's a loan. Poggers. But yeah, I'll get his loan card. I'll try him out in that defensive position to see what he's like, because he does have interesting play styles. I'm more curious to see if his body type and the way that he defends normally if that's still a thing with him, because Maldini is Maldini, you know. But for this year's game, like I said, playstyles is a really huge variable. So, yeah, I'll use the loan card. I'll use him in a team where we can try out some attacker or something, so we can actually make it a little bit more interesting. And we'll see how he plays, man. Hopefully he's a beast. Sorry, guys, I'm an idiot. Our name is actually Smith. Smith is the OBJ card, so that's the one that we actually have to check out. Anyways. Oh, see, she's left-footed. I just realized that. It's actually a W. Anyways, Maldini. Do we still have the 3-5-2 here? Oh, the footage for this formation is gonna be... There's gonna be so much footage for this formation, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. All right. So yeah, we'll just try him out as a center back, and we'll see how he plays, man. Hopefully he's a beast. Good touch, Maldini. I mean, listen, situations like that is where I want the pace, you know? Yeah, well positioned there. Just have to switch to him, get the tackle off. First time pass, good. Oh, I can't even move there, man. Oh my goodness. Didn't let me go to the ball. Like ground switch. Quite a little bit of pressure, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nice challenge.
I was a defender, I definitely wouldn't want to play against this team.
Nice. Did an actual challenge there too. A little bit of an emphasis there. Oh, that's not where I meant. If it passed to the first person there, it would have been solid. Oh, that's not where I passed it to. But that's just FIFA, though. Leg round switch. Couldn't get to the ball there in that situation with Maldini. Couldn't get the block there in that situation. I don't think there was an actual animation there, but... Pass it up. Slide tackle plus on that. I'll try to do like a bruiser there, but it registered that he had possession of the ball, which he didn't. So I did press the initial tackle button there to kind of block the angle, and then he did his own tackle animation on the second one. That was his AI that did that one. Maldini well positioned. Legrand switch. Nicely done. Oh, I thought I was going to get that. Didn't get it though. Yeah, he would miss. He would miss. You're not good. There we go. First to get the ball there, nice. Didn't get a block there, unlucky. That's a little bit weird. We did get the initial interception though. But you know the movements from the players when they do that first touch is always a little weird. Nice. This is what the anchor, by the way, is. Too many settling touches on the ball for some reason. We get to that first, nice. Hey, listen, his presence there will help me out regardless. We'll take it. Okay, so we're on another account because I played, I think, like 4 games with him on a shadow, and I want to play more games with him on an anchor because I'll tell you this right now, I think I was preferring him way more on that anchor chemistry style for sure. So I just want to test out a few more things. Because like I said, playstyles is a really big thing this year, and I think it would have been nice if they gave him like more playstyles, like maybe like a jockey plus or something, you know, anticipate even. But yeah, I just want to do a little bit more testing on this card. Yeah, so this one we're not going to try hard the attack at all. We're we're going to open up and just let people attack against us in certain ways. I'll use a more open formation too, to kind of like test them out in certain areas as well. We'll attack sometimes, but not like all the time, you know? Yeah, see how physical does help on a situation like that, right? There it is, the body to body. Yeah, I just felt it right away when I was using him in the shadow. I'm like, I'm not really feeling this card that much. And then when I gave him the anchor for the physical boost, I just liked it a little bit more. Nicely done, we'll take that. First to it, nice. Legrand switch. You know what's funny is that his pace, like in those AI situations, like I don't really find it to be that big of a problem when I give him the anchor either. Like I feel like maybe it's because I give him the extra aggression stuff that helps, you know? Nicely done. See, this is his pace on the anchor, right? Like it's still really nice. And that's like on the ball, right? That's what I was trying to say. Like off the ball, I didn't really notice it being like that big of a nuisance. Nice. Very good. That through ball pass, nice. Good stuff. Nice try, almost there. Nice, he gets a challenge from behind. Good stuff. Okay, once I switched him, he got the block off for me. AI-wise, I didn't get much there. Oh, that was my fault. Oh, it goes through my players there. Okay, defensive review. It's good to test all these things. But that shot should never be going through. I don't care what anybody says. The going through the legs thing is cringe. It's okay to go through the legs if I'm not controlling it, but when I am controlling it, it's cringe. Like, that's really, really cringe. Yep, did well there. We'll take that. It's interesting there because you can actually see that his track back when I let go of him, which is just a normal thing in this game, but when I let go of him, he just tracks back way quicker, you know? Nice, Maldini. Yeah, so needed some extra games to kind of like test them out in certain areas to see what's up with the card. So, guys, let's talk about Maldini. I could see this card being a 50-50 person for some people, to be honest with you. It's not like, best way to explain it, it's not like Van Dijk, because Van Dijk's just built different. You guys know how Van Dijk is, right? It's not going to be like that. I could see this card being someone that people get, and then some people may like, and some people may dislike. It is 100% that type of card, right? Now, what I will say is this. When I tried out Maldini's card on a Shadow Chemistry style, right away I wasn't feeling the card, right? The reason why I wasn't feeling the card is because the physical is on the lower side to work with the 6'1" height, the average body type. And for me, I definitely felt like I was able to utilize the card more when I gave him that anchor chemistry style, right? To boost the acceleration sprint speed, but more importantly, to give him the extra physical stats while still working with very good defensive stats. What I will say about this card is that in a lot of situations, he obviously did really well for us, right? His play styles that he has are very noticeable. You know, when you give him a physical boost to boost the jumping of the card specifically, I think it's very important because he's also working with aerial as well, right? The two play styles that he has were pretty noticeable, intercept and slide tackle plus. You can see that when he does do a slide tackle, like he really lunges for it. But you do have to be careful with doing slide tackles in general in the defensive areas because attacking when you're doing those dribbles and stuff, you know how manual defending is when you don't have like jockey and stuff. It can be a little bit weird sometimes, right? What I will say is that I feel like with Maldini, they probably could have given him better play styles to work with. Like maybe a jockey with an anticipate would definitely have been nice. Again, very confused that they actually gave him a slide tackle plus because he's more of an anticipate type of guy, right? Like an anticipate plus definitely would have been more of an ideal situation for him, for sure. I'm actually curious to see what the other version of the card has, just to see what the vibes are, right? So they gave him intercept plus, slide tackle regular, and then aerial afterwards. So that one's interesting as well, because intercept plus, I think definitely would have been, I think generally a more noticeable play style than having the slide tackle. But like I said, there was a lot of situations, guys, where his defensive AI, because of intercept, did really well. Like there was a lot of different situations where when I gave him the anchor chemistry style, because of his defensive stats being up and because of him having the regular intercept, AI wise, he would do a really good job. Because guys, with the pace part, it actually didn't bother me that much. I think it's definitely going to be more preferable to use down the middle, specifically in a center back for, position for a 3-back. I was using him on the side to test out the pace specifically. The main part that you're going to notice with pace is going to be when he has to turn and then chase after when you're manually using it. You know what I'm saying? But when it's defensive AI and you let go of him, his track back is actually pretty quick. So if you overcommit him and then you let go of him, his mostly lengthy will actually transition him quicker into those defensive positions, right? So again, intercept is not just necessarily the way that you view it, where it's like, okay, I'm positioned here, he makes a pass, I'm going to stick out my foot. No, it's the way that you kind of position yourself, right? So you can even see here from the description, right? Increased reach and improved chances of retaining possession of the ball when performing interceptions. But if his positioning, right, on the pitch is good, which, you know, when you give him the anchor chemistry style, you drastically improve a lot of those stats to be perfect. It's working with that part of the card. Now, do I prefer the intercept plus over the slide tackle plus for how the card would generally perform? Absolutely. I think it would have definitely made a bigger difference to work with, but in my opinion, still a pretty solid defensive player. I actually liked him. I think as an SBC, for people that want to use Maldini in their team, he's still going to be a very, very solid option to work with. As I've said, though, I can tell he's a 50-50 card. Like when I'm using him, like some defenders, I tell you guys like straight up, like this card is just crazy. Like you ever use Van Dijk? Van Dijk is crazy. But why is Van Dijk crazy, right? You go to the card, it's always like certain variables, right? Van Dijk, just this one, right? Just this one. His unique body type and the way that it works with his pace on a shadow is insane, right? Obviously, you could tell the acceleration is lower once you get into the higher divisions. You have to really use him down the middle for sure. But the sprint speed, it will take over in a lot of situations. But it's the play styles, right? He's got jockey, he's got block, he's got anticipate, he's got bruiser. Like they juice this card. You know what I'm saying? Like the play styles is a really, really huge thing this year. So I feel like for Maldini, they did him in an injustice because he should have at least a jockey and an anticipate, or a jockey and a block. You know what I'm saying? Like, because jockey block with like regular intercept and slide tackle plus would have been really, really cool, right? But listen, I still like the card. You definitely need to use him in a formation where, again, if you're playing 3-back, use him right down the middle. Or if you're playing in a 4-back, then you can pretty much use him anywhere. It's not as big of a deal because he has the 4-star weak foot to work with. You guys saw from the game highlights that he still does really good stuff defensively. It just would have been nice if they gave him more play styles to work with, considering, in my opinion, this is like top 2 top 3 best center backs, maybe of all time, but at least for my time period, right? My modern age. So I still think the SBC is pretty decent. I don't mind it. You know, it's Maldini. Maldini's pretty sick to work with, but like I said, I could tell that some people might be a little bit shaky with him, right? But I liked him. It's kind of funny with him though, because like he does do good defensive animations sometimes, even if he doesn't have certain play styles. But it's like Harry Kane. Harry Kane's like the best example, right? Because Harry Kane's shooting is like pretty crazy, you know? But more play styles would have made it a little bit better. It's kind of like that, right? Like that's what Maldini feels like in my opinion. Guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.